over yourself.
Oh, Jamie, I like to think that she's looking down and being so happy that high news, Ma, that everybody is remembering her and her work today, which is pretty cool. Hi there, Craig. Quick update on Daisy. I'm going to go blow my nose. Hey, Ken. My girl. You ate all your juice. Yeah, I was a little surprised when I walked outside. It's like, oh gosh, it's quite chilly. So, all right, folks. Now I gotta find. Oh, I'm gonna awaken Spiker from a much-needed nap. I guess these wouldn't be alphabetic, huh?
Have you done, Rand?
Zelda.
Oh, Rand, please.
Uh-oh. Surprise poop?
Help!
You need, yeah. Okay, okay. You know, I lay him down on the floor. He stays put. Yeah, he doesn't give you, well, don't step, you can see your right foot. I'm coming close, I'll stop breathing.
Oh no, I'm covered.
Yeah, he's been surprising recently.
That was on his butt. Why, I picked him up and brought him out.
Good job, buddy.
Oh, thank goodness you were here.
Just don't lose that right foot.
I see it.
Okay. There we go. Good job.
Okay, dude, you go that way. Oh, he's got it on his arm. Come back here, Deb.
Front or back?
One here and one here. Oh, magic.
Don't scoop through that. You, I would not even want to attempt to clean.
He does not like that. Okay.
Okay. Such adventure.
I might have had to call for reinforcements on that one.
Oh. Don't tell me he moved into it.
No. I
Okay.
picked it up and then promptly dropped it right back on the floor.
Okay. That was sort of like a quick intermission before we start.
It's still blinking. It's not doing anything.
Oh, did you not do 3, 2, 1?
No, I did 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
See, and I think what happened was I went back and touched the buttons again because it wasn't doing anything.
That is, they're the only buttons I know how to touch.
Okay,
So-
so you just tumbled.
It did?
Yes,
Okay.
tumbled once.
I'll tumble for you.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Okay, sorry, folks. Little excitement there. Are you making your way somewhere? Oh, honey bunny. The show will begin in a few minutes. There we go.
I'm gonna feed him in a minute anyway.
Oh, okay.
Let him get where he wants to go.
Oh, we should probably stop the dryer. Longer than a New York minute. Oh, no, you can shut it again and then hit the red button and it shuts it off.
I don't normally do laundry.
I know.
Jackie S usually does my laundry, so.
Okay,
Okay, sorry for the interruption, folks, but we had to interrupt
Well,
for poo.
we're on FFRC-ish time, so I think everybody gets it. Alright, so I gotta find Rachel's story. With any luck, they're alphabetic. Covies, not a Porchy. Oh, Seymour. Residence, right? Oh, cutie. Jeez. Alright, now derecho there. Okay. Everybody, I think this is it. We're good to go. Just real quickly, I wanted to just give a definition of a derecho storm. Hi, Jabber, for people who might not be familiar with the term. And it comes from, oh, look who came to visit. It is the Spanish word for straight. And a derecho is defined as a long-lived, rapidly moving line of thunderstorms with straight line winds. And it's not classified a derecho unless it travels a minimum of 240 miles. The storm that he's named for, which happened on June 29, 2012, traveled over 700 miles, starting in Indiana, and made it to the East Coast.
That was a nightmare.
I must have been. Well, we got, I guess that's the Superstorm Sandy that we got back east.
No, it was a different.
That was a different one?
Yep.
And the
No bites.
highest gust that was recorded, as they said, it started in Indiana. The highest gust that was recorded in Fort Wayne was 91 miles per hour. And it was moving so quickly that it made its way through Ohio in 4 hours. They lost power for a week? Oh, okay, then that kind of gives me my timeline of when I might have started watching, because I don't remember that. So, that is the story of a derecho storm. This is the story of our derecho the cat. Okay, derecho, the love of FFRC, the D-man, the cat that started it all. Derecho was our very first cat with CH. For anyone who's not familiar with that, it's a neurologic condition called cerebellar hypoplasia. And typically the mom might have had distemper when she was pregnant. It affects their motor skills, but nothing else. We had 2 other cats here at FFRC that were CH, but their lives were short. Derecho taught us a lot. He showed us that through pure determination, a cat can get past his disabilities and become capable. And this is true. Derecho was found in a woodpile. His mom and siblings were also there. As is the way of mama cats, they like to move their babies when they become 5 to 6 weeks old. Derecho just couldn't keep up, so he was left behind. The people who had the property where the woodpile was felt sympathy for this little boy and brought him to us. He happened to come in at the time Defiance experienced a very heavy storm called a derecho, hence his name. Cerebellar hypoplasia doesn't get worse, but it also doesn't get better. But what does happen is these cats with CH, they learn. They learn how to lean. They learn how to spread their legs apart for balance. We've all seen that, especially with Hensley and Derecho. They learn wonderfully, try and try again, and they succeed because they are such a wonderful group of cats. Derecho continues to show us what it means to be determined. He inspires hope and friendship and a willingness to keep on trying. He is loved worldwide. His date of birth is May 16, 2012. And you arrived here, I didn't know this, on the 4th of July, 2012. That makes you so spectacular. He is, Lori, he really is. LLK or ILK, I need glasses, 517. I did read that there was an incredible heat wave right before this storm formed. And they said that that is often the case. So, yeah, I must not have been watching then, because I don't remember them losing power. I think I would have noticed. So that is our wonderful boy. So Jabber and Kathy, hi. Nice to see you. Sue, Lori, Johnny Smith. Okay, so I have plenty of time. So if there's a story that hasn't been read yet, or if you want to hear something again, there's names in here. I don't like Sesame and Patience, Minto. I'm a little aware of that name. Milford. Story on Ramsey? I would imagine there must be. Let me check for you, Lawson. Probably easier if I do it this way. I can hang out for a little bit. I bothered to take a shower, so I might as well take advantage of it. Solly, hey Daisy. Well, Craig. I can read Solly's story. Fern, Walter. Alright, that was residence, but so, alright, I'll show TMD. Let's see. Zavatar, that's Portuguese. Anya. Wow. Oh, Trucker. I do remember him. Okay, I am not seeing a Ramsey in here, Lawson.
I don't know whether that book has Ramsey in
I'm not seeing it. Ada Jane, I remember her.
because I think that's got the older.
Well, as I said, there's a lot. Penn and Teller, Octavia. Oh. Yes, there is a story about Trucker. I just passed that. Picture of baby Vern. Sorry, Lawson.
I don't even remember Ramsey's story. I can't.
All I remember is something about being found in someone's garden. Hey, Dutchie. Okay, Goosty, it says these stories have only been updated till 2016, so yes, he will not, or no, he will not be in here. All right, somebody asked me, Vern, and there was somebody else. Shoot. I can't see the whole chat. Right before someone asked for Vern, someone asked for another name that I thought was a good story. Magic. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. No, I don't remember when he came in, but let's see. Felicity, I do not remember that name.
Gosh, there were so many that have come and gone. Sesame.
Mary, oh, remember Sweet Mary? Okay, Magic must have come in later too, because I'm not seeing him in here, but let me keep going. Because there seems to be a weird breakdown, so maybe I'll get lucky. The Patties are in here. No, I'm not seeing anything on Magic. These are the outside cats. Oh, I'm 0 for 2 for you guys. I'm so sorry. Octavia, I can do an Octavia. Yeah, I'm not seeing... Oh, wait. Ming. I am going to do Ming. McLovin. I like the
Oh, that's
name.
Amy's cat.
Okay, no
He's
magic.
living the life.
I was watching when he was here before he had his surgeries, and I can say that his legs were all twisted. Yeah, there's two sections for what appears to be residents, but he's not in either, KB. Okay. Well, this is what I'm going to do. It's a great show. Solly. Okay, Solly's dad happens to be on. That's Daisy, Pippi, and Solly. So I'm going to read Solly. She is one of our CHers who was adopted. She's with Pippi. Oh, in the webpage. Thanks, KB. Okay, Solly. She's a beautiful black girl. She is one of our cats with CH. She is actually, I didn't know this, our second CH cat to come to FFRC. Steve and Jackie were visiting other rescue centers in Columbus, Ohio, while attending the Ohio Veterinary Medical Association. Lots of education to be had by visiting other rescues. This wonderful cat rescue is called Cat Welfare. While sitting on the floor at Cat Welfare, along came Solly and plops into Jackie's lap, and there she stayed. Her original name, I didn't know this either, was Solitaire. Hey, Greg, I didn't know that was her full name, Solitaire. We changed it because we learned quickly that she is not a solitary cat. She loves people and other cats, which you can see from pictures on Facebook. I was told that she had actually been adopted twice, but returned both times because people hadn't known what to expect from a cat with CH and had been uncomfortable with it. She is a moderate CH level. She has learned through playing and walking and prancing how to spread her legs and keep her balance. And she's crazy about bonito flakes. That sounds like someone else we know. She arrived here, with Coralie. The highlight of her day is in the morning after breakfast, and after first sweep and mop, she gets a bowl of her favorite treat, Royal Canin baby kibbles. She gets so excited. Oh, Solly was adopted in 2016 by Craig and Marlene and is now very happy. Her birth date is September 8, 2010. She arrived here February 23rd, 2013, and as I just read, she was adopted in 2016. So that is our beautiful Solly, who is every bit as lovely as our Lucy. Okay, Vern. And this picture of Vern kills me. I just don't think it looks like him. She still gets her bonito flakes. Oh, and Fremont. Remember KB? How he used to stare into the dryer, the reflection. Okay, I'm going to read about Vernon. This silvery gray tiger boy has stolen our hearts and our shoulders. He was a kitten with CH. He was found on a road in Henry County all by himself. Now, how does a baby at 6 weeks old with CH get in a position like that anyway? He wobbled his way right into our hearts. He is a moderate CH with all 4 legs affected and a slight head wobble. Nothing slows this boy down, though. He chases the other kittens, laser lights, and cats. Vernon has a chronic upper respiratory infection, although at this point our vets say he's not contagious. Well, I think he must have conquered that. It will probably be something like that he will have to deal with his entire life. I can't say I really notice it. He takes his nose drops like a pro, and derecho has taught him the love of chicken. Rustle that chicken bag and Vernon will pop out wherever he is and come running. At mealtime, you would think there is a lion bellowing for his food, but it's merely Vernon with his persistent meow letting us all know that he is hungry again. His date of birth is June 14, 2014, and he arrived on July 26, 2014. And again, I think if you had shown me this picture not telling me it was him, I don't know that I would have guessed that. Okay. Walter, did Jackie do Walter earlier? Because if she did, I can move on. She did Walter. Okay. I got 3 yeses, so I'm going to go with that. 4 yeses. All right, next up. About Asha. Do we need to do an Asha? Okay. All right, Linda, you know what? You've asked a couple times. I'm going to find Trucker and do him right now in case I kind of run out of time. I don't want you to miss it. And I did see him in here somewhere. All right, not that section. Here. He shouldn't be in this one. No, it's not. Trucker. Okay. Here we are for Trucker. For those of you who remember this super special boy. He was he was Magic's best friend and followed Jackie around as though she had a leash tied to him. Okay. What can we say about this boy? His personality just shines. He's a little kitten that had gone through more than what most cats have to endure, and yet he is fine. Mentally, emotionally, and physically, he is just fine. His heart shines through everything about him. Because of his leg problems, the family wanted to relinquish him to FFRC. We spoke to them about the importance of spaying his mama. He was just 6 weeks old. Some of you will remember this. His rear legs were stiff like sticks, jutting out in front of him. Sometimes when he would eat, his back feet would be up by his ears. Those legs were a nuisance to him, always in his way. If he wanted to go to the right, they would swing to the left. If he wanted to get into the litter box, they would poke the box, making it hard to get in. Sometimes even getting a drink was darn near impossible. The back legs would bang into the dish in front of him. It was time to do something about this. We talked to our vets about this, and they were in agreement that those 2 back legs could be removed one at a time. He will do just fine without them, and actually much better. Which he did. October was his surgery month. On October 15th, his right leg was removed, and 2 weeks later, his left rear leg was removed. He wasn't even home but a few hours, and he was already zipping around unencumbered by those stiff legs. The next morning, in protest of being in his pen, He climbed to the top of it by using his front legs. This kitten is going to do just fine in life. He is a tough one, full of fun, full to the brim with love, enjoys an adventure, and is everyone's friend. He was certainly Magic's. Here's an update that's in here. He will be a permanent friend. The reason is his potty problems. Due to his brain not connecting all the way to his full bladder, he has accidents. He's fine here. It's easy to clean up. So his name became Trucker FFRC Moss. You will be here for keeps, Trucker. And he was just a beautiful brown tiger. Oh, he sang like crazy.
Yeah, he did.
He followed her around like her shadow. It was hard. I worried about Magic. Yes, Nance, I've seen that. Okay, now I sort of have forgotten other... Throw up some names. Does anybody want to hear, did we do Zelda? I have her story here. I remember that, too. While we're waiting, I know people asked about Octavia. So, here is Octavia, who recently left us. She was with Connie. Jessie. I'll see if I can find... I should write these down.
She was another one that used to talk and sing.
Octavia?
No, Jessie.
Oh, well, Jessie was here when I first got here. She used to yell at me when she wanted to eat. I love that. All right, Jessie. Hey, Sarah. Okay, Octavia. Canned food in the cabinet? Check. Catnip in the fridge? Check. Bonito flakes in a jar with the lid on? Check. Remember to put the packs in the closet? Check. This is what we had to do for Octavia's thievery habits. Nothing was safe, and we loved that about her. But first, her beginning. She and her brother Seth arrived together when they were 6.5 weeks old. They were both black and white. Seth was adopted. Octavia stayed a while with us. We always got such a kick out of her. Cat thief of the highest level. She even had a shopping cart that was sent to her. And someone gave her a credit card to use for her to do shopping at Chief's. We had so much fun with her. We ended up having to put locks on some doors as she could empty out a whole shelf in one night.
Actually, she could.
She'd go to the cupboard, kittens on the floor waiting and anticipating. Yep, Octavia never let them down. She would open the doors and toss down packets for all to share. She usually snagged a few for herself as well. Then she started in on the appetizers. We knew we had to control it a little, so locks went on. But many times we would not bother with the locks because we had too much fun watching an expert thief. She even had her own Robin Hood elf hat. Octavia never thought of herself as a thief, but more of a teacher. She would gladly help others learn her trick. And remember the Meow Mix cups? One morning there were 8 of them, opened and empty. I always felt that Octavia would simply watch to see what we would try to do to foil her plans. It never worked. She was always smarter than we were. At the time when we thought Octavia would just stay here, our wonderful, awesome volunteer, Connie D., adopted her. Connie and Octavia have always had a thing together. They just clicked. Octavia fit right into her home with the other cats. She still has the opportunity to thieve, which she does. Thanks to Connie for giving Octavia her very own home. Her date of birth was August 14, 2009. She arrived here November 8, 2009. Connie adopted her January 21, 2014. And as most of you know, she recently left us. Okay, Jessie. This says, it's not CH. Jessie. She was gorgeous. And you could tell she knew it. Okay. Jessie, what a beauty. Jessie had actually lived with her mom for many, many years. Jessie arrived at FFRC when she was 15. Definitely an oldster. Oh, didn't know this. She's part Maine Coon. Her markings are brown tiger and white. Her mom could no longer take care of her, so friends helped her with the arrangements to get her to FFRC. Her mom even made sure that she had a checkup before coming to us. Jessie spends quite a bit of her day napping. She likes the sunshine coming in the windows, but there is a part of the day when she walks and walks around the rescue center, just checking things out. She has a nice personality. Every once in a while, she'll find a catnip toy that pleases her, and she plays and plays. Her health is good, and she loves her special meals that she receives. As I said, they were on demand. Her date of birth was April 22, 1999. She arrived here May 26, 2014. And although I don't remember the exact date, it wasn't long after I got here, so maybe 2019 is when she left us. Okay, I just did Octavia, Maddie's Nana, and Trucker. I'm not sure if this is being recorded, but
Yes.
it's 2:30. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
It's 2:30 now, so I'm going to say from 2:20 on is where you would find those two. Zelda. Okay. Gallant, Lori Gallant is coming in person. I just have to remember to stop by the time Billy gets here. Gallant is supposed to make a live appearance, and Billy will tell you his story in person. Okay. Zelda and... Oh, God. Well, I have a memory of nothing. Zelda and somebody. Okay.
Oh.
You wanted my master's off?
No.
I wasn't going to text you. I'll bet you did.
No, I think I can text you back here to 60.
Okay. Okay. Zelda. Right to it. Okay. There's the lovely Zelda with the heart-shaped nose. Okay. A viewer friend from Australia gave Zelda her name. This wonderful girl came to us when she was a yearling. Poor girl was bone thin. She was retrieved from between two walls. One was a cement wall and the other was brick. She was stuck there with her back legs moving and moving, trying to get out. All this movement created big sores on both of her bony hips, but they healed quickly. Her front shoulders were so very sore. She, to this day, still has trouble with her front legs, which causes her to limp. The vets say it was from the damage of being stuck. Over time, Zelda started following me around, and I started seeking her out. I knew I loved her, and I knew she loved me. I thought it would be wonderful to make her a resident so I could keep her forever. But my policy is, if they are adoptable, we need to let them be adopted so they will have their own special home. And I meant to stick to that. And this part of the story I've heard, and I love it. Then one day, a lady came who had seen her on the cam and was interested in adopting her. That put me in a position of panic. I showed her Zelda and pointed out her limping that would be with her forever, thinking that would deter her. Then I started showing her lots of cute kittens in the hopes that she would rather have one of them. While she was looking at these cute kitties, I slipped Zelda into the dog's room so she would maybe forget about Zelda. I know that's awful of me, but I couldn't help it. Then I had to run in the house to get something, and when I came out, I went to the lady to see if she had decided on which kitten she wanted. And there on her lap was Zelda. Oh my gosh! I thought my heart was going to flip out. Someone here had seen her in the dog's room and knew she wasn't normally there, so they let her out. I admit that's when I turned into a bawling baby, saying I couldn't let Zelda go. It took something like that for me to realize that Zelda did indeed have to stay. I was honest with the lady and told her I even tried to hide her. She so graciously told me that Zelda was indeed mine and I should adopt her. So now Zelda is Zelda Belle the Moss Girl. Zelda is also known as our box cat. Most always when it's box time, here comes Zelda to preside over the nightly fun. Frequently she can be seen hanging over the edge of a box, just watching you folks on cam. I love that story. Okay, Coralie. I saw somebody ask about Coralie. There we go. You all know our queen. Everybody bow. Yeah, Zelda was cool. She was a very cool girl. Okay. I Impressionism. Okay, Coralie. No cat should ever go through what she has been through. I think she's right back. Well, she's sleeping, or I would turn it. She's in that, what do you guys call that, the Yoda bed. She might come out later. Our winter was very cold and snowy. She found her way to a lady's back porch. That's all the further she could go. The lady found her laying on her side, stiff, covered in ice and snow. It was thought that she was dead. Then a breath was taken, and this lady whisked her into the house and dried her with warmed-up towels from the dryer. The next day, Coralie was brought to FFRC. Many parts of her were frostbitten. Her ears, her tail, her toes on all 4 feet, her rear ankles, and her chin. It was so sad, but Coralie purred. We began the trip to get her better. First, her ear flaps had to be removed. Many of her toes, both back and front, had to be removed, and also her tail. These parts were not able to be saved. In a few more weeks, it was realized that her ankles were not going to heal. They were causing great pain, and a fix was not possible. Her first rear leg was removed. Shortly after that, the other leg was removed. Now we have a short-tailed, short-eared cat with no rear legs. What were we to do? As always, we let the cats decide. Coralie decided that she loved life and was going to go on living. And she's done that a couple of times. We feel that her ears are cute, her chin healed just fine, and she can go wherever and whenever she wants to, anywhere in the rescue center. And I call when she walks, it's kind of like a Mae West swish. I love her. She has survived and seems happy. Just watching her play brings a smile to us. Her birth date is June 12, 2012. That was a pretty active year. She arrived here January 8, 2014.
Didn't I send it? Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, I sent it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Am I going on too long?
No, you're fine.
Okay. Ming, does anybody remember Ming?
Speaking of Vern,
Oh, there he is. Oh, she does, when she walks away, she looks like Mae West. I'm going to do Ming because this was one amazing cat. He was super cool. Ming is a flame point Siamese who is absolutely wonderful. Ming was found on a porch all by himself. It was obvious that he had many problems. When we first took him in, his rear legs were very splayed. He was also very knock-kneed, pitifully thin and thin-furred. What worried us the most was that he appeared to be blind and with possible neuro problems. He would go into a corner and could not find his way out. Even though he was so thin, his bowels were packed to the max. What a mess he was. Our vet checked him over and was concerned about him. X-rays and lab work looked good. Somewhere, somehow, things started working for him. Over time, his bowels started functioning again. He stopped getting lost in the corners and walked straight. He will always have his knock-kneed walk. His vision is poor, but he gets where he wants when he wants. A blind or partial blind cat is not really a problem. He is definitely filled out, and so he loves his special breakfast every day. His fur is so handsome, and he knows it. He is very special, too, because he is a cat with horned-toed nails.
Where are you going?
And I don't know what that is. His birth date is September 5, 2012. He arrived here July 1, 2013. And he was adopted on November 25, 2014.
And he's since gone to the bridge.
He has left, yes. But he didn't, his legacy is the Ming strings.
Right.
He used to love to play with these, and we named them the Ming strings.
Come on, Bernie. One tumble a day is enough.
Oh, did he do that?
Well, we think it was him.
Oh, and there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it was him.
He knocked over your monitor. We picked it up. No.
Let's see. Queen Bella. Did you guys hear Queen Bella? You have a Ming string. Yeah, they all seem to like it, Jabber.
He gets up by himself. Yeah, he must have been up on the...
Seymour. All right, I'm going to write that one down.
Came down, knocked it over, because he went right into the water.
Because I love that boy.
What are you doing, Vern? Hiding your head?
Do we do Queen Bella?
Hiding your head? Because you were a bad boy?
No, 517. Ming passed, I'm going to say about 2 years ago. But he was on Facebook quite a bit.
Oh, he was beautiful.
Hi, Susie. You did Bella already? Okay. Then I will find Seymour. And now I have passed that.
Here he comes.
Me?
Back again.
You've been ignoring me. That's good. I don't think I could function up here with him on my shoulders right now. Seymour. Seymour. It's not really CH.
No, Seymour wasn't CH, he just had bad legs.
Another one who didn't seem bothered by that at all.
Nope.
He was awesome. Savon. Not there. Yeah, Ming was just cool. He would walk around here, and from behind, the way his legs were, it kind of looked like he had a ballerina tutu on. He was cool. Right there. I know I saw it.
Vernon, where are you going?
He has no idea.
You know who reminds me of Ming is Anani.
The coloring, yes.
Yes. Okay, gotta get
All right, I know I'm not nuts. I saw Seymour in here. Just bear with me a minute, guys. His face. just melted my heart. And one of our chatters has his mom, Patricia. Oh, here we go. Yes. This is Seymour.
Where you going, Ren?
And he was just wonderful. Yes. Okay, Seymour. Seymour and his mama, Patricia, were left in a box at a rescue called Benches, which is Blue Earth, Nicollet County Humane Society in Minnesota, at the end of 2013. After a couple of months and no homes found, two ladies from Minnesota, Patty and Julie, called FFRC and asked if we could take these two lovely cats. We said yes. Patty and Julie picked up the two cats and drove them the 14 hours to FFRC. Patricia is a full Persian and Seymour is half Persian. Because of his rear legs, which he dragged behind him, we had x-rays done. The vets thought his leg problems were probably from some trauma he had as a kitten. When he arrived at FFRC, his legs were already affected. Seymour was gorgeous. He was a gray and white cat. He was just 6 months old upon arrival. His mama, Patricia, was adopted soon by Rita, who is Wisconsin cat mom. For the next few months, she thought about Seymour. In the meantime, Seymour sailed around here like a speedy boy. He would occasionally get one of his legs up under him and push off with it. But the idea of going fast, it was easiest to go fastest by using his front legs to pull him. It was amazing. Whatever he put his mind to do, he did. He figured things out. There was no way a person could call him handicapped because he wasn't. Seymour is such a happy boy. And I don't have any dates for him.
Yeah, we haven't heard about him in a long time.
No, he is now in a special rescue.
Yeah, he's in a sanctuary.
Doing just a sanctuary?
Yeah, it's a sanctuary, I believe.
And the last I remember hearing about him, he was doing very well.
Doing well, yep. We haven't heard about him.
He wasn't happy in a home, and he came back here, but then it seemed like he wasn't crazy with being here.
Yeah.
So he's on a special day, on a special place. Okay. Mew.
What about, does the book have any of the outside cats?
Yes. Anybody want to know a little bit about somebody's asking about Mew? Would that be an outside?
Mew is an outside cat.
Okay.
Mew is a Kobe.
Okay, let me see. See, so many names that obviously they're going to be before some of our times. Residents. Porkies, Kobe's.
Kobe. Mew is a Kobe.
Adopted.
Let's see.
Looking for colors to find. Okay, not seeing a Mew in here. Zavatar, I can do Zavatar is one cool cat. And I think he's the boss out there. At least he thinks so, right?
Yes, he's the boss out there.
You know who showed up briefly during Humane Ohio the other day was Azar.
Oh, was he here?
Yeah.
Thursday morning?
Because I used to get them mixed up, but he has more weight on his face.
He's also much bigger. He's taller.
Okay, Zavatar. This boy hangs around. You go out this door, and then there's the porch area, and he's there, and usually just outside and around the guest house, keeping everybody in line. Zavatar looks, first line. Zavatar looks upon himself as one of the bosses of the Porchy gang. He has a big soft heart, but he likes to pretend he's the toughie of the group. He just appeared here on the farmyard one day. He acted like he'd known us forever and instantly claimed this as his home. He was 9 months when he arrived a few years ago. Zavatar is the keeper of the farmyard, too. I do believe he knows every peacock, chicken, duck, and goose out there. He struts around like he owns the farm. He truly believes it. He knows every barn and shed, too, and when the feeding schedule is for all the things out there. What a boy. Zavatar also likes to tease the cats in the kitty cabana room. He'll go to the windows on the outside. I've seen him do this, sit and stare at the cats. It's like he's teasing them. Zavatar / Zavi, I call him Savvy Zavi, is the greeter in the parking lot too. He has also maintained watch over all the people that come and go. He's just a good organizer for us. Okay. We're going to have to take a look at you, Spiker. I got time for maybe 1 or 2 more here. Mew. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not seeing. Jimmy James. This is also someone who hangs out. And it doesn't show up here, but his eyes are so unusual. Hi, Lucy. They're crackled. Like if anybody had an aunt or grandma who used to make fried marble jewelry, that's what they look like. The color is just all crackled in there.
Hello.
Hi.
Jimmy James. He's a Porchy. Jimmy James or JJ. He's a big, handsome boy. And have you realized that all the Porchies at this time are boys? Amazing.
Can I help you?
JJ arrived when he was just 11 months old. He was living in a trailer court where no cats were allowed.
Yeah.
Probably someone had him at the trailer court, moved out, and just set him outside. That was the thought from the person that brought him in. What a good eater he was, and still is.
Yeah.
He's a gentleman, he is, and he's just an all-around good cat. He doesn't boss anyone, and he accepts all the Porchies as his friends. One of his favorite things to do is chase the dried fall leaves around. He's also accepted by the horses on the farmyard, and he'll go right up to them. He knows they will not hurt him. And he'll greet you when you come to visit FFRC. His date of birth is Valentine's Day, 2013. He arrived here January 9, 2014.
Yeah.
So with that,
He is very hard of hearing.
I did, Jessie. Okay, so I'm going to
But that's it.
stop
Yeah.
because I'm going to try to lend a hand to Jem for a little bit. But thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed it. Joyful. I'll do a real quick joyful. I think she's in here.
You're all 23 today.
Joyful. Real quick. There she is. Pretty girl Joyful. A beautiful white Persian. This sweet girl made us cry when she first arrived. She was a rescue from another county. The sheriff demanded that the owner release her to a rescue, so FFRC took her. She emerged from her carrier smelling strongly of illegal drugs, which was part of the problem with the owner. It was also witnessed that he had physically abused her with the toe of his boots.
We'll sit down on that.
Okay, I'm not familiar with this. I hope this is okay to continue.
Shaz will let me.
When he was tired of her, he would put her in the hall closet. This is where she was when the sheriff invaded this house. She was 10.5 years old when she arrived. Her beautiful, bold eyes were very sad. We named her Joyful in hopes of filling this precious cat with joy. It took her a long time to get comfortable around us. She also had a very severe eye infection that needed treatment for weeks. This left her with one of her eyes being partially scarred.
Still a silly goose.
We can now pet her. Because of her past situation, it was decided that the stress of adopting may set her back, so it's decided that she is now a resident.
That's right for the food.
She resides on the Coranda Tower in the welcome room. I remember her being in there. And also comes into the main area occasionally. She loves watching outside through the window there. She now has a sense of peace about her. Her date of birth was April 9, 2002. She arrived here December 29, 2012.
Gallant has a follower.
Okay.
You follow a Gaza?
So that I will relinquish the can.
He actually got that around 12:30 today. And you know, the whole routine is after they're all done, I combine all the plates so he can finish the rest of it.
Uh-huh.
So,
What is he eating? Is that, oh. Geez, that looks like you haven't fed him for days.
I know.
He looks good though.
I actually bought a never seen picture that Jack gave me that was a little too, little too much for the kids.
Do you think you could talk over the dryer,
Yeah.
please? Otherwise my wash is never going to be done.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to try to do as much as you done. Okay. What is he? Okay. And then you tell me what maybe?
Hi everybody, we'll start in 5 minutes, and my special guest is here.
And I don't know if you're reading books or just his, but the book is there if you want.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing.
How's your, oh my gosh, I didn't know it went up all that far.
Yeah, I got surgery on my elbow and my wrist.
Ew.
Yeah.
Are you right-handed?
Yes, I am. It
How
has
are
not been fun.
How did you manage driving and everything?
They said I could drive after 24 hours. So I haven't even driven since Friday.
Oh, okay.
So I'm okay. But it's slowly but surely getting a little strength back.
Do you feel it yet? Starting to feel it?
What's that?
Are you feeling it? The pain?
It is unbelievable. And the other thing is it hurts when I do this, but this is good because I couldn't do
You
this.
probably
without
have, oh, well, what was exactly the problem?
nerves. The nerves.
But I mean, what were you experiencing?
These two fingers were numb, and she said I had a really, really bad damage to my nerves in my hand. So,
Is this part of carpal tunnel?
partially carpal tunnel, but the elbow was something else. The elbow was.
Well, it's tennis elbow, obviously.
Yeah. It's like I've been on a computer for 30-something years.
Yeah.
Why carpal tunnel now? They basically said, well, it's because you're old.
Yeah.
That age thing goes catch up with us.
Yeah. He's such a silly boy. He's something else. He blows where he's planted.
I'm telling you, every time he brings him, well, I mean, I've seen twice.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to make spike for very unhappy.
Hey everybody. Hello, Mike Abe.
I want to make spike for very unhappy.
I have a special guest today, as you probably have heard. Hello, Pooh Bear. Hello, Dutchie.
He knows. He knows I'm coming for him.
Do you need help?
I'm pretty quick with it. We argue a little bit, and I mostly win.
Albert, had a chain. Oh, look at all these. Ooh, Pasha. Good to see you, Packerbacker. Pasha, who's got his own little Facebook.
Who?
Pasha. Hannah and Connie's.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Hello, Dex Rex. Thank you, Kimmy. I'm doing all right. I got my surgery on Friday. Starting to get better. Dex Rex, it's probably, thank you, Marty. It's probably better if you read on the FFRC.org. You know, that actually has the mission and things like that. Hello, Nance.
Okay, now I'll get the nerves.
Good job.
And what do you want me to do first?
Fifi.
Well, I don't have, the only thing that really needs, I haven't scooped yet.
Thank you, Ms. M. Abner and Dickens. Anna Marie. Oh, you had a Dickens too. Wow. Okay. I had surgery on Friday on my elbow and my wrist.
Is this inside or outside? No, it's on the inside.
I am looking for Gallant's page. Mark. I think these are probably in alphabetical order. Hello, Michelle. Ah, here he is. I took a picture of this page. Hello, Craig. Thank you, Wolfie. All right. Let me bring the Wonder Boy up.
Jackie asked usually changes the water. Okay. Denise was still working on stuff when I got it. So I can water bowl. I can pay samples for the laundry. I can stain some water bowls. Lucy did not eat when I tried to do that. Oh, have I eaten? Okay, I put down 2 plates of food. Okay. When I first
All right.
inside, I had
So,
in the out there and one.
I might be biased, but this boy here, to me, is one of the biggest success stories that FFRC has had. Not because I adopt him, just because of what he's survived. His name is Gallant. He's going to be 10 years old in a couple weeks. 10 years old. He's very special. We're going to read about his story. And hey, doesn't really like to be picked up. As you can see, I'm trying to. Oh, nope, he wants to leave. So I wanted to kind of tell you about Gallant's story, and you'll probably see him running around. You know, one of the things, Gallant doesn't hear too well these days anymore, but he's still the best. So I'm going to read you Gallant's story, and I actually brought a picture with me as well, just to let you know. Chaz is absolutely smitten with Gallant. He is following Gallant around everywhere. So that was Gallant when he was here. I actually think that whoever took this picture had a sense of humor, because as you guys know, that Gallant was burned very bad. And as you can see, there's a fire extinguisher in the back. So, Gallant. Talk about a boy that had us wrapped around his heart. This would be Gallant. Gallant arrived when he was a youngster at 10 months old. He had been hanging out in an apartment complex where several people were there to feed him. He was always in a certain routine, and he's in his routine now. Now he's going up, and he's so funny. He is so curious. He does this when I have new, when we have people over to like do something on the house. He is the most curious, you know, he's just something else. So, what you doing, buddy boy? And I see your buddy Shaz is right next to you. It's funny.
Chaz, you look Gallant. Come on.
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, he is Dexrex. He's great. So Gallant arrived when he was a youngster at 10 months old. He had been hanging out at an apartment complex where several people would feed him. He was always in a certain routine, visit this person at a certain time, go to another person, and so on. When one of the apartment people didn't see Gallant to feed him, they knew something was very wrong. He would never miss a meal, and boy, isn't that the truth. He would never miss a meal. So when they went looking for him, and sure enough, he was in the corner of a door entrance, all huddled up. When they picked him up, they realized someone had burned him very badly. They got a blanket, wrapped it around him, and brought him to FFRC. We have seen many burned cats, but this is one of the worst. His genitals, his whole back, and both upper legs were severely burned. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Yes, Gail, this is about a burned kitty, but a burned kitty who survived and thrived, and that lives with me, Gail. So I know all about this cat, Gail, and I can tell you that this is one of FFRC's biggest success stories that I have ever seen. And not because I adopted him, because of everything that's come through. And we're going to talk about this in a minute. All right. We see many burned cats, but this was one of the worst. His genitals, his whole back, and both legs were severely burned. A long haul of treatment began. For many weeks, he quietly tolerated twice-a-day scrubs of his burns. 4 to 5 times a day, we slathered on special ointment. His whole bottom area was burnt so badly that it was very hard to tell at first if we had a she or a he. As each week went by, the wounds were smaller and smaller. His personality just shined and got bigger. Gallant has the biggest heart, so much love for everyone. He was such a pleasure to have here. We all loved him by this time. In February, 2 months after arrival, things were going smoothly, but our vets advised us to change his treatment by adding insulin to his treatment. This had been shown to have good results, so we continued his treatments. But in May, we were becoming quite concerned. All areas healed so beautifully except for one area on his hip. We just could not get the skin over. So in June, we went to surgery and had a reconstruction of the remaining site done. The vets did a beautiful job. By this time, we had a home lined up for Gallant. Our friends Billypogo and Bonnie spoke up for Gallant and put their dibs on him. We had to wait until the sutures were removed. Once that happened, Billy and Bonnie came from Virginia and officially became his family. We've seen pictures of him on Facebook, and Gallant is truly a happy boy. This special boy will always own a spot in our hearts. Date of birth was 2/7/2012. So in just 3 small weeks, you know, we call his birthday, we call it Galentine's Day, right? So February 6th will be the 10th Galentine's Day. So he arrived on 10/20/2012, and he was adopted on 6/25/2013. Again, there is the picture of Gallant when he was there. And he's back there somewhere causing such chaos. Oh, is he?
Yep, he's right here.
Causing chaos. So I wanted to show you a couple things. This is a picture that Jackie gave me when we adopted Gallant. And I don't know if this was ever put on the page, but this was 3 months after he came here. So as you can see, he had still some very angry burns, but they were healing. That spot that's healed is much, was much better than what it was. So that's what it looked like. This is the picture that Jackie gave me. He is just a wonderful, wonderful boy. So I wanted to kind of show you a couple pictures of Gallant when he was here at FFRC. So, camera. That's not what I want. All right, we want the gallery. So, one of the pictures that of Gallant that somebody took here at FFRC, I just loved. Like, I love this boy anyway. The first day that Jackie talked about Gallant, I didn't know if he was going to survive. He sounded like he was really burned, and I just remember checking into FFRC, making sure, he was surviving and things like that. And Jackie showed him, when Jackie ever showed Gallant to the camera, she was very careful to hide his burns. And, hello, Sue. And so when Jackie would show Gallant to the cam, you couldn't see his burns. He looked, he just looked really, really good. Let me see if I can open up Business Suite. And as you guys know, Gallant has his own Facebook page. Anybody who wants, they could go to Sir Gallant the Braveheart. Tools. You know what I really hate? I hate, like, every 2 months Facebook moves everything around. Yes, Gallant came in on December 20th of 2012. So, just about all of the pictures I have of Gallant are on Gallant's Facebook page. So, this was the day that I came to FFRC, and this is the day I met Gallant. So, Norma, do you remember when he did that too? Everybody would mention how Gallant would always walk around like he owns the place, like he has the attitude, with the tail swishing around. He's just something else. He really is. Remember I was telling you about, yes, Thrive and Survive. This was right after he had the surgery, the reconstructive surgery, and Jackie was showing, yes, the blue donut, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. Yes, here it is. One of the, who's Atmos Deli? Some things just don't change, and I just think he's great. This is the picture that changed it all for me. Yes, we saw his room. All right. This picture was taken by, I'm losing my mind. The hell was her? What was her screen name? But anyway, she would come in and she would take pictures, and you see this spoke to me. There's Gallant with his blue donut on. This is what he would wear. He'd wear that blue donut all the way around here. Nika, yes. The late great Nika took this picture. And I felt like I could see into Gallant's soul. And this is the picture that I just love this so much, because if you look on the upper left-hand side, it looks like there is a little kitty cartoon there. Do you see him? So I thought that was Gallant's guardian angel, keeping him safe. So I love this picture so much. And this is the picture I went in and I said to Bonnie, and just like a year ago or a year before all of this, or maybe 2 years before, Bonnie begged me to adopt this kitty. and she's this kitty that came into her classroom, and you know, was afraid that he wasn't going to make it. And I said, sure, we'll adopt him. Well, I had that like as my little, like, you know. So I said to Bonnie, I said, would you mind if we adopt that boy Gallant I was telling you about? And I thought, well, she said, no, we already have too much. I would throw that, well, we adopted Guinness, but I didn't have to do that. He is your doppelganger. So we started making plans with Jackie to adopt him. But if you guys, hello Maddies, if you guys remember, there was another couple that would come in a week or twice a week, and they'd come in and they snuggle on Gallant. So at the time, I told Jackie that I would only adopt him if that other couple doesn't. So it ended up that they couldn't adopt. I don't know what this, but anyway, they gave me this nice book in celebration of Gallant being adopted and all. And he's just a wonderful, wonderful boy. This is Gallant. You know, as you can see, they obey me very well. They're not allowed up on the counter. So this is Gallant, and this is his sisters, Jessie and Magnolia. Jessie and Magnolia have their own success story, not from FFRC though. So that Gallant boy has been, you know, he's been such a wonder. I wanted to see if I had other pictures, because I know that day that Jackie said it was like a month after he came here, and Jackie said at the camera that she's going to show his wounds. And it doesn't matter how prepared you think you were not prepared, because I had nightmares about how awful his rear looked, because she took off the bandage, and it was just a sea of red and a sea of skin, and just no fur on the bottom part of his tail, and you can't even imagine what it looked like and what he has gone through. Let me tell you another thing that happened here. I don't know if it was in the story, but you know, she did mention the insulin, and that they treated the burns with insulin, which was like that was amazing. But the other thing that she treated Gallant was a laser. And I don't know if she rented a laser, but anyway, she, you know, somebody donated a brand new laser for Gallant so that he could help get so that he could help with that could help with the treatment. But somebody actually adopted or bought a laser for Jackie. I just think that's amazing. It was great with everybody coming together to help this boy out. So, trying to see if I have other pictures I wanted to show you, because like I said, I have a lot of them. And I've been having issues with Facebook all day, so I wasn't able to get to some of my posts and things like that.
Stuff's not showing up on the pages. I've been having that. Like, I'll go to the FFRC chatters and I only see the first post.
Yeah, and also I couldn't log in. Here's Gallant. He loves getting up in front of the TV and just watching whatever I'm watching. You know, this is actually in Defiance.
I can't right now, baby. I'll come back and get you in a couple minutes. Somebody's hungry, okay?
Yeah, hurry up. I'm hungry.
Well, they're hungry in the house.
Here's the gang. I have baby food, and as you can see, they all love their baby food. Yeah, and like I said, I mean, I might be, you know, I might be biased, but to me, I love Gallant's story. And it was funny because I was so nervous adopting Gallant. Like, is he going to have any issues coming home? How is he going to work with the other cats? And I was so nervous. And I remember I had to call the airline to let hey, I'm going to have a cat in the carrier with me. And if you remember the Porchies, Hank was out there, and Hank basically sat down on my lap. Like, Hank was there just to tell me it's all going to be okay. Everything will be fine. That Hank, he was something else. What's that?
Who's that?
Hank was a Porchie here.
Oh, big gray guy?
Yes.
I remember Joni's video. He would take you on a tour.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he perched himself on my leg, while I was calling the airlines and making all these arrangements to bring him home. And I was very nervous about that whole thing. And he just sat down on my leg, like everything will be okay. This is an FFRC cat. I believe it was too, Rose F. I don't know if it was ever announced, but I believe you're right. Hello, Wendy. It's good to see you too. This is actually one of my favorite pictures I took of Gallant when we were home. This was like the first couple weeks we were home, and Gallant has the most expressive eyes, and you will always know what he's thinking. And of course, whenever I'm home, Gallant is always near me. So here I'm on the love seat watching FFRC, and here's the big galoot. And just to let you know, big galoot is a term of endearment. This is Gallant when we took him to Dr. Darcy's. Start that again. There we go. No, I don't want to smart you. I want you to replay it. There we go. One of the other things about Gallant, hello Magic, is that he is very vocal. Very vocal. I don't ever remember him being vocal at FFRC. But he's very, he lets you know. Also, hello Deborah T. Good to see you. One of the other things I was going to point out was he had some epic he had some epic wrestling fights with some of the other cats. And Gallant was big, and Gallant really didn't know his strength. So he would wrestle and be too rough. Walter would wrestle. Yes, he was the Gallant swagger. Walter, when he was in here, he would also wrestle and be too rough, but Walter couldn't hear them. So anyway, it was inevitable. There were times when Gallant and Walter would just wrestle around here, and it was very funny. You know, you just had to be, you know, you had to be careful because A, it was nighttime, there was nobody here. But you would watch them and they would practically be rolling around in here. And I'll have to see if I can find some of those videos because I know I marked them. So just about every Gallant video from FFRC I have favored. So he is something else. And let me see where he is. Hello, Magic. Magic.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, you're not wrapped up.
Yeah, I had surgery on Friday.
Oh, man.
Oh, there he is. Hey. Oh, that's not you. That's not you. I see you. I see you. So I almost picked up Spiker because he was acting like Spiker. For Spiker's, but then I saw Gallant is actually on the shelf. I'll have to take a picture. Yeah, climbing the trees. Yeah. Oh, did you see? You saw that dance, huh? Spiker absolutely fooled me. Hello, Magic. Spiker. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Spiker. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I don't have real good feeling in my foot. So I thought Spiker was going to step left. So I stepped right. Unfortunately, Spiker stepped right. So I didn't really get him too bad. So this is where Gallant is right now. I must have 1,000 pictures. So there he is. You chill out. Yes, and you know the other thing about Gallant, I don't know if, for those of you who were around when Gallant was here, how many times did he ditch that blue ring off of his head? He ditched it so many times, and I also know that Jackie also wanted to give him a break every now and then from wearing it. So. Yes, he's comfy on the Coralie. Can you see him on the? Can you see him on the other? Yeah, because he's right in Patty's place. And he's right by my car. So when he got home, you know, we had a very similar blue donut because he wasn't completely healed. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Gallant decided to take one of the stitches out himself, and he bit it out. So then he had a little, you know, bigger spot that he had to take care of. So we got that. So we got that blue donut at home. Oh no, it's not up. Okay, I wasn't sure. So I don't know how that darn boy ditched that blue donut. One time we found it was all the way in the center under the bed, under the king size bed. So I had to get a broom to get it out. Like, I don't know how he did it. He was a smart boy. And, you know, he didn't really like the blue donuts, so we tried a whole bunch of other things. What are my other cats' names? We got Guinness, Gallant, we got Jessie, Magnolia, we got Calypso, but we call her Smudge, or I call her Smudge. And then, of course, we have our new guy, who I always lose his name, but you know, he's I got him from Elizabeth. No, but anyway, so we tried a whole bunch of other things. We tried infant T-shirts. So we actually had Gallant dressed up in T-shirts so that he wouldn't get to the wound, so that, you know, and that didn't work real well. But you know what worked really well, and we kept it on until he was completely healed, was the Thunder shirts. And I think I gave Gallant's Thunder shirt here. It's actually embroidered Sir Gallant. That worked really well. Yeah. Now the onesie would probably be a little too long for Gallant, but the infant T-shirts worked really well, but not for Gallant, because Gallant was a nudge, and he was too smart for his own good. Gallant is a really smart cat. He can figure things out pretty quick. The other thing is, when we moved back up here from Virginia, Gallant, it was like he's always been here. He didn't care. He would walk around. The other cats were cowering, hiding. Not Gallant. I wonder if I still have that video of Gallant, who...
Did you scoop? Not yet, okay.
It might have been Bonnie's.
If you want to go... Well, no, I'm coming back. If you want to go and come back,
So I hope everybody's having a good day.
It's only 3:30. You guys still worry about the laundry, which looks like that's going to... So let me...
All right, we're on my gallery. There we go.
All right, because that's probably, a lot is probably wrong. So I'll scoop, and that way you don't have to touch the back.
This is basically how Gallant, when I watch TV, Gallant is always on me. And he's always sleeping, you know, in my lap.
Okay.
So those of you who are interested in following Gallant, he's got the Facebook page, Sir Gallant the Braveheart. Well, that's all you have to look for, and it should come up.
Oh, well, actually, I've been told the grass up is even a deer now.
Wow.
Oh, it's grass up. Okay. So, in that, well, okay, and you can put it at the bottom.
Do you guys remember this? This was a previous catathon where you would vote for who Jackie should put a pie in the face of, and the top 3 gets a pie in the face from Jackie. As you can see, I did finish in the top 3. Yes, that is Jackie with the devious looking look on her face, and putting a pie in my face. So she might look all fun and games and all, but she's not. All right. Oh, ooh, this is a good picture. This is a couple weeks after Gallant came home. Do you see the one stitch? It's still there. All right. And do you see all of his the fur starting to grow back? But then he's got that one, that's the one stitch that he took out that really had trouble healing. So, and that's why we kept that, we tried to keep something on him. So, And that was the result of this reconstructive surgery.
All right, this green basket is gonna be what?
So
Your
My
stuff?
stuff. I'll take out what I've got growing, put that away.
Okay.
he really is, he really, how many votes did Jackie cast? Oh, I don't know. But I came in third place. Connie came in second. You could probably guess who came in first.
Dry it.
Oh.
Do, 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 do.
Real quick, those two files, I'll take pictures. That way you don't have to wait for it.
Here's another one of my favorite pictures. He just loved.
I have to. What time are you coming back? That's 7:30. Okay.
There was a picture of Gallant that I bid on and someone outbid me. I hoped it was his parents. You know what, Ms. M? I'm not sure. I don't think it was me.
No, when you're saying outside, you don't mean farmyard outside. You mean
No, I mean
your
my outside. Yeah.
So, again, Gallant used to like to hang out on my shoulder when I was sitting up in the bed. You know, he's still kind of like that, though. And, all right, thank you, Norma. This was wonderful because for a good couple years after we adopted, my wife, who was a teacher, Bonnie would take Gallant to the classrooms, and I would give a lecture on animal abuse. So this was one of the times when we brought Gallant to one of the schools. And we probably have given good 10 to 15 lectures. And nobody could believe that this same cat, you know, was a victim of animal abuse because he's so loving. And then was it the drawing of 3 kitties with Gallant on it?
It was scoop food, yeah. There was something else I wanted. I threw some food for them in the back because they were yelling at me. Those little Z's? Oh my goodness.
Trying to see what other pictures that I have of him.
There's 3 of them back there.
Here's another picture of Bonnie and Gallant, the kids. He really is a miracle cat. He really is. That wasn't me, but that's okay. I mean, I have so many pictures of Gallant. I always wanted to possibly maybe get another drawing of him.
I've only
So.
Yes,
Hmm. The kids were always enamored with Gallant.
right.
They were, you know,
Vernon, don't you pee on any of my stuff.
another picture. Oh, he was, and he likes people. You know, you saw him in here. He blooms wherever he's planted. He's just a wonderful boy. Here he is, taking care of my wife. He always loved to lay next to your legs, which was not a comfortable spot for Bonnie. Thank you, Ghosty. This was actually one of her surgeries, and Gallant is taking care of her. I mean, really, he was, you know, he was really wonderful to Bonnie.
Okay, I recognize everything.
I don't think Bonnie appreciated it sometimes because he would go into the wrong spot.
One of the towels are not mine. That's not mine. The towels are not mine.
Oh, she would hate these pictures. She absolutely
Yeah.
would. There,
If you got a tail,
that's Gallant basically saying, "Hey, are you going to finish that?
you won't fall apart.
Are you going to finish that? Do you think maybe you could give me a little bit of that? Huh? Please?" It's just too much. This was Bonnie like, oh, what can I do? Because there he is. That's his favorite spot, and like she can't move. So she's putting her hands, she throws her hands up in the air, and there's Gallant with the eyes, the hypnotizing eyes. Oh God, it's so funny. This was a good picture too, because even after she had her leg amputated, he still would come up and sleep next to her and keep her comfortable. And as you can see one of the legs is her. No, she wouldn't hate that, but boy, the first time I would show her these pictures, she'd say, "You take the worst pictures of me." I said, "It's really not of you. It's of the cat." Absolutely, Auntie Anita. So, I really, really like this picture because it's just typical. She's laying down with her prosthetic.
Get up there. There you go.
Oh, that's the same picture. Oh, this is the one. Hello, Julia. How are you? Hello, Wendy Wire. I appreciate that. This, to me, is the picture that I always thought should be a postcard, because we were getting ready to come to FFRC, and we were packing, and Gallant basically says, "Hey, wait for me." And just look at the picture, though. He is so... he's got those eyes that are just talking to you. He is so, the color is just perfect on him. And the light coming through the window. I think this was one of my favorite pictures of Gallant that I've taken at home. Oh, you're welcome, Packer Backer. This is a picture from FFRC. As you can see, this is he was probably here about 3 months at this time, because there's nothing covering his wound, and he's got his blue donut on. I don't know. I have no idea who that other cat is with him. Oh, you're welcome, Dutchie. It's my pleasure to share, because it's a... Yes, yes, and she was outed. It's Beth.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, that was one of my earliest memories.
They told me, yeah.
Yeah, that's. Oh, thank you, Hensley, or somebody. That's not Hensley. Hensley's sleeping in his cage. Oh.
Great, Joe.
Can I have this? Hensley's been in there all day, by the way.
Oh, let me get it out. Oh, this is dry.
How you doing, Sparrow? Oh, you're welcome, Soupy. Oh, you're welcome, Mike. Ghosty, you are absolutely right. Those eyes can hypnotize somebody.
Nope. Nope. Those are my clean clothes. Nope.
Also, here he is with his sisters on the. It's hard to get it in focus, but his eye. It's his eyes. His eyes are just so,
Say it again, Ramsey. Around along the front edge. Have you watched this? Nope. Yes. Nope. I'm guessing you can.
I'm just noticing in this picture that Bonnie's in it as well. That's her sitting down at the. After she had her leg amputated, she had a lot of trouble sitting on couches or anything like that. So she sat on this one chair, and that's where she sat. But of course, didn't bother Gallant because Gallant had his own spot to sit. Ooh, this has got a date on it. March 22nd, 2020. So that means we were probably in lockdown at that point. This is when Gallant came back to FFRC when we moved to Ohio. As you can see, he was galloping around in the kitty cabana.
You don't have to send that email.
Already done. I appreciate you and your motto.
That one was more mom than me.
Oh, I gotta show you this. I kind of forgot about this. Did you ever hear of the best cat page?
No.
Yeah, absolutely. The best cat page actually featured Gallant as one of the memes, and I'll read this to you in a second. But this was Gallant when he was home. He was lying on my wife's. It was very soft, plushy. So this is what it says. This is what the meme says. There are those who allow their past to defeat them, and there are those who use the hardships they've endured to conquer their futures. Sir Gallant, the Braveheart. I loved that meme, and of course I had to share it, and I also had a copy. So Wanda's still on. I don't think she's as active on Facebook. I know she still does the paintings. There's two pictures of Gallant. Oh no, that's not two pictures. That's a. I'm going to show you this picture. This has nothing to do with Gallant, except for this girl we fostered. All right. This is the girl under the Christmas lights. The only reason why I mention her is because it was her brother that turned into Dune. This was one of the last cats that we fostered while we were in Virginia. They were a wonderful, wonderful.
It's a shame he's so neurotic being here.
I know. He's a wacko. He's such a wacko.
He's perfectly fine.
Yeah, he's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Where is he? Is he?
He's in Patty's
At his
place.
hanging out. All right, so I'm going to let Vernon out. Not Vernon. Hensley. Come on, Hen.
This is Dune when he was here. Oh, you're welcome, Kiwi.
Go to the box. Come on.
Did you feed Coralie?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that one.
Oh, how did I forget this picture? I think this picture kind of tells you my relationship with Gallant in one picture. Isn't that perfect? That just tells you Gallant and my relationship. It's perfect.
I did not think Coralie. I forgot she was even in.
I know, I do too.
She's so quiet.
I have some videos here that Bonnie took as well. But I don't see anything of
What?
Gallant, but I see the other picture, the videos that she took.
What's that? Is somebody in here? Yeah, I know.
Oh man, this is a good one. I don't think I've ever seen this one.
I'm thinking maybe you want to bring him out
shut the door.
Yep. Come on, Gallant.
She likes to eat by herself.
Come on, boy.
You got Gallant, Guinness, and
Come on, Gallant.
the late Ginger,
Okay.
and of course, Smudge.
Hey, sweetie.
I don't think I've ever seen that picture.
Go find your dad.
Ha! What's he doing now?
Well, I took him out of Patty's place
Oh,
so that Deb could feed Bun Ratty.
this is Gallant and Ginger. That fuzzy thing that's on there was donated by somebody at FFRC, which I think is great. Hello, Holly Toadstool. Hi, Anna. You can always go back. We talked a lot about my boy Gallant, and I'm going to bring him back up here in a second.
Take that out. Okay.
I'm going to bring Gallant back up here. I recognize who you are, Larissa.
Hi, Larissa.
See that? Everybody knows who you are, Larissa. All right, where are you?
He's over here eating.
Gee, I'm shocked. Shocked, I'll tell you. You know, it's to the point. Oh, I'll have to tell this story about. I always have to get an extra roast beef when I order Arby's.
Oh, to feed the cat?
Yeah.
My cats don't eat people food.
Oh,
believe it or
no?
not. Nope.
Yeah, she likes to dine alone.
Well, she likes to be alone, period, really.
I mean, even me, I do. If I'm standing in it, I
Hello, Caden.
A little around with the whole.
Gallant. So,
Ready to get out.
wanted to show you Gallant again. This is my boy Gallant, who we've just heard about a whole bunch. I was going to tell you, all right, I'll let you down, you wacko.
Oh, you know what? When you come back,
I had surgery on my arm on Friday. You know, every now and then I order from Arby's. Every time I order from Arby's, I have to get an extra roast beef sandwich for the cats. Isn't that crazy? Kiwi says hello to Jem.
She just walked out.
Hi, well, hello, Alex. Vern, Derecho, Spiker. He's still, you know, it's been almost 10 years. His tail still goes all around, swishes around.
You've had him for 10 years?
Well, he'll be 10 years old, actually.
But still.
In 3 weeks, he will be 10 years old. February 7th is Galentine's Day. I didn't make that name up. My niece said it's a perfect name for his birthday, which it is, if you really think about it. I appreciate that, Anna. I'm supposed to take this mess off tomorrow and see how it is. I've already kind of peeked at it. And oh boy, there's like huge bruises. So I actually have like 3 spare roast beef sandwiches in my fridge for the cats. So, and he is the king of the roast beef. He loves it so much. Nobody can outpace him when it comes to roast beef.
What kind?
Arby's roast beef.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
Oh, does he use the horsey sauce?
I just tear it off and I throw it down, and you know, and I try to be careful because because he's top cat, he is always, oh, you're welcome, Gusty. I'm glad to do it. I'm glad to bring him in. He will rush to the other cats and eat theirs, so I have to be very careful. You know, he's not exactly, he doesn't exactly believe in sharing his caring.
Well, he's eating again.
Yeah.
And he'll probably get home and he'll be hungry when you see
Yeah,
him.
this is what he does. He's never missed a meal. Oh, you're welcome, Jenny. You're welcome, Roz. Do you know the bags when you walk in the door? When I usually walk in here, I do have some spare plastic bags that I just give to FFRC because, you know, I'd rather not throw them away, and I know FFRC can use them. So I know I usually bring those in, but I don't think you'll see me with those bags. Of course, I didn't have them today because I had my arms full with the big Gallant. Hello, Brian. Do my cats recognize the Arby's bags? Well, you know, I get it for delivery. So, do they recognize it? I don't think they recognize it, but they can certainly smell them. Hello, Stacy.
I think that's what I'm going to have to suffer tonight with Arby's.
What cat over here would you say likes to be held and snuggled the most? That's a good question. Hello, Alfie. Yes, Anna, regular story time will be at the same place. I'm trying to think of who it is. Oh, you're welcome, Linda. Who would be the most held?
Lucy?
Maybe Lucy, maybe, yeah. I was also thinking, you know, I know a lot of times Canby comes up and stays with me while I'm reading. Canby, but Canby's not usually, you know. Okay, Holly, what is your follow-up question? Or should I say Larissa, what's your follow-up question? Hi, buddy. Hey, you're not even looking at me now. It's like, you know what? I'm here. I'm checking out the place. I'm golden. I don't know. I got the burnt scarf on my arm. Look at that. Isn't that great? I'm thinking I'm going to take this off tomorrow. I'll give it one more night. Hello, Henrik. How are you? Oh no, they're not spoiled. They usually get ice cream, huh? Okay, I'll try that. I'll try that, Larissa. Hi. Hey there. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Craig. All right. She's not crazy about it, but you heard her story earlier today. She's liking this, though. She's liking this. Oh, all right. You had enough? It's like, I didn't get adopted and returned 3 times so that I could sit here with you. Yeah. But, you know, she does like to hang out with me. Like, she'll come up and hang out with me here, you know. As a matter of fact, this is what she's doing. She's up here now with me. Hard to believe that she's the oldest cat in here. No, Sue P, really? Really? That's wonderful. I didn't hear that, Sue. Well, that is amazing. Oh, all right, you want to be covered? You know, when somebody does this, I know that they want to be covered. Do you want to go under here? How old? She is 15 years old, I believe. 2007, Julia? Do you want to be covered? Huh? No?
I lost Debbie. Which one? Debbie. Oh, she was going that way just for everybody. I wonder if she's in the back room with her.
Oh, maybe.
It's funny because of all the cats that have been through here, you know, who have lived their lives here, it's just, it's hard to believe that she's the oldest. But 15 is a good age. I have a cat, her real name is Calypso, but nobody ever calls her Calypso. She's got a smudge on her nose, so I always call her Smudge. She doesn't even know her real name is Calypso. She's going to be 16 in June. And she doesn't like the other cats. Like their little whippersnappers. Oh, Johanny, it's my pleasure. Thank you. Brian, that's a great question. How long is a cat's life? I mean, you know, we've had cats that lived to 21, 22 here. But the key to a cat's life, though, it depends if they're an indoor or an outdoor cat. It has been proven that indoor cats will live at least 3 times as, or not at least, up to 3 times as long as an outdoor cat. Because when you have an indoor cat, you don't have, you know, you don't have cars that can run you over. You don't have predators. You know, you don't have, you know, the cold. So, you know, it's absolutely true that an indoor cat can, you know, not only can live 3 times as long, but also has a better quality of life. Look, you heard about this girl here earlier today. Look at this girl here. She's sticking her head out here. She lives the life of luxury right now. But when she lived outside, it almost killed her. You know, she was half frozen to death. She lost a couple body parts because, you know, of being frozen. So it is absolutely, when you adopt a cat, you really need to really make them an indoor cat. It is vital for their survival. So yeah, and my one cat passed away. Had a really bad reaction to the anesthesia when she was getting a dental procedure. Hello, Jurley. Jurley? Jurley Mouse, or Girly Mouse. Yes, good food, vet care. Hello, Phil Bella, how are you? Yeah, good food, vet care. That all plays into it. And obviously, if the cat's outside, it's not getting good vet care, and probably is not getting as good a food as they can. Really important. Thank you, Anna. That was a shock that day. And it's funny because Gallant and Ginny didn't get along real great. I mean, Gallant gets along with her, but Ginny's, you know, Ginny's always like that. true. They can enjoy outdoor environments on a harness, provided that the harness is, is a good quality that they can't get loose from, and that they're watched. That is probably the most important thing. Speaking of Ginny, the cat who passed away, one time me and my wife were working out in the backyard. We were getting ready for spring. And this cat comes out to the backyard. And I said to Bonnie, wow, that cat looks a lot like Ginny. And both of us at the same time were like, oh, because it was Ginny. And she figured out a way. I guess we didn't close the door all the way, so she batted it open. And thank God she went out the side door and heard our voices and came back there. Because if she would have went out the front garage, I would have never have seen her. But that was a lesson for me. Yeah. I don't usually have the cats go outside. I do have a long-term goal of maybe making a cattery when I get a chance, and maybe doing something there. But that's we'll see how that happens. But right now, the only one who even threatens to leave is Gallant. And we cannot have Gallant go outside because he's almost deaf. You could call him, he wouldn't hear you. It would be bad. Who's meowing? Who's meowing? Hi. Yeah. There you go. I'm going to let you out. Oh, there's two entrances. I'll let you out. There we go. There you go. Oh, and I see your buddy is in the... Some things just don't change. Gallant's up on the tree, sniffing it. When I first brought him home, I had one of those for him. I think I had two of them, and he absolutely destroyed. Oh my God! Look at. Honest, I do feed him. He might not, he might convince you otherwise, but I do feed him. Oh, you're welcome, Normal. Thank you for joining in, and thank you for everybody for joining in for Betty White Day. Yeah, Holly, I would hope that the graveyard is quiet. That wouldn't be good if somebody went, ooh. D-Man is... You have a great day, too. Yep, still time to donate. So... Really, Brian, that's great. Oh, I don't know if Jem is still here, but she's got a dachshund. She loves dachshunds, I think it's going to be very difficult to figure out how much all the shelters nationwide received. I think some of them are going to be a little bit more transparent than others. So, absolutely. Here comes Kiara. Hello, Kiara. How you doing? Oh, here comes Gallant. Wednesday, Craig. Hopefully I won't have this contraption on anymore. I plan to take it off tomorrow. See how it is. I'm supposed to keep it on 3 to 5 days. Today is 3 days. Oh yes, that is true. That's why SP, what I do, am I in pain? A little bit. I'm in a little pain, especially when I wiggle my fingers. Anything that I know that FFRC can use, I will bring. Like, I save all of my plastic bags. Hey, Anna, thank you for the donation. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So, you know, I'll donate the plastic bags. You know, if they have, hopefully, you know, it's when all of this Corona crap is out of the way, maybe we'll have Catathon again. And we'll have guests coming in, like, and I can donate, like, you know, paper towels and all of that. Yeah, Anna, you rock, literally, because you're Anna Metallica. Yeah, Jenny, I saw the video of Popcorn back here. Yes. Boy, I'll tell you, that popcorn was something else. You know, I wouldn't even know that she was around, and then she jumped onto my shoulder. Like, oh, well, hello to you. Uh-oh, Gallant, you have a friend. Kiara is following Gallant. Anna donated £2 to FFRC. She wrote, just a small donation for cat food, meds, etc. Hey, we appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. You know, me and my brother, we had a conversation about Betty White. You know, my brother works in TV and movies, so I asked him, did he ever work with Betty White? And he didn't think he did. Now, my brother worked the first couple of years on 30 Rock, and Betty White was on 30 Rock, but he doesn't remember working with her. But my brother and me had the same thing. Betty White was like, reminded me of so much of my grandmother, who, my grandmother passed away in 2014. And, you know, my grandmother and her were close to the same age. So Betty White was born in 1922. My grandmother was born in 1919. Hello, Catherine.
They're going to be so ready to go home tomorrow. Here it is. This is where it happened.
All right, so with Debbie coming back and not doing the work, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Lucy didn't eat.
Hello, Polina.
I'll see them when I come back.
Okay. Ramsey ate some. I gave him a push-up with some water mixed in.
Oh, this is all coming apart now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is ready to go. Come
I
on.
think he's given up on that. He likes the special treatment.
Miss Canby had something.
Gugu says Gallant is feeling happy and confident and friendly with his tail up.
Oh, is he not feeling well?
It's interesting, Ray, because my grandmother passed in 2014, and I was here at FFRC when she passed.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, 2014, she was 5 weeks short of her 95th birthday. But, yeah, she was a dynamo. Now, my grandmother, she had dementia, you know, her mind was just about gone. It's actually amazing that she lived as long as she did. Jenny.
Well, I mean, they're.
Yes, Jackie was telling her. Yeah, everybody thought Magic was a girl at first. That's happened a couple times where we thought the cat was one gender, and it turned out that they were another. What's that? Well, yeah, that's the one we're talking about. Do you remember Boing?
If you're asking me, no.
No. That was so great. That was funny. You'll have to Google that one. Yes, as in boing, boing, boing.
Oh, who's this?
One with the one eye.
For that honey.
Hi, Patrick.
Because she always rubs my face and knocks my glasses off.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I'm feeling better. Like that, yeah.
So,
And I'll see you next Monday.
KB, did that happen a couple times?
All right.
I seem to remember. Cat named Cinder. Oh. I want. Yeah, let me see where he is.
Who, your boy?
No, there's been a request for Magic. He's disappeared. It's Magic. Oh, sorry.
Not in one of those tree stumps at your feet?
Yeah, I don't see him in there.
Thank you, everybody, for all your donations today and joining us for our Betty White.
Who's in the bed under the
Challenge.
piano to your right?
Everything is greatly
Anybody?
appreciated. We love you guys.
They're as usual two
I'm
spots.
getting out of here a little early today. Hey, Kiwi Dutchie.
Oh, purple thing.
Okay. There he is.
There he is. I walked right past him.
Yeah.
He was invisible.
Hey, Magic.
Okay.
They're asking to see you. Can I pick you up and show you?
See you from home, guys. Thank you, Debbie.
Oh, my pleasure.
All right, here we are.
You wouldn't like it in my house.
You have to share the spotlight. I'm not leaving you up here because I'm leaving, so you're gonna have to deal.
Here's Magic.
You can be here, but you don't
Hey,
want
Magic.
where he can go. He doesn't want to go.
Oh, right. He wants on your shoulder is what he wants.
Magic.
All right.
He's reading the chat. Do you remember, those of you who remember Magic when he first came in, remember how small and tiny he was? He had the little beady eyes. I actually don't think Magic looks completely different than when he came in here. You know, obviously he had, all those deformities on his back legs and.
But I don't like to do the same every time.
Right.
Kind of change it up for him. So we'll see what.
Want me to take that out?
You feel like it?
Yeah, I'm going out. Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
With the pretzel feet, that's right. That's right, exactly.
And I'll see you sometime.
But Magic was real small. But he had the baby eyes. He was born with a condition called radial hyperplasia, not to be confused with cerebral hyperplasia. This is basically where one of the limbs is all twisted up.
I just love this.
So radial hyperplasia.
She goes. I could go with the girl that she goes to.
And there's actually a couple really good Facebook groups on radial hyperplasia too. A good friend of mine adopted a cat with radial hyperplasia.
All right. Take care.
Have a good night.
You too, Billy.
It's nice to be useful.
I appreciate you picking up my slack.
It wasn't your slack, it's just there was somebody missing.
Well, yeah, you did my scooping and, you know, helped me out. I
You know me
appreciate
and
it.
my love affair with scooping.
Yeah, right? Hey, I have 6 or 7 boxes at home that need scooped if you're interested.
Yeah.
I'm sure by the box.
Oh, okay, ladies.
Alright.
Oh, nice. Magic
Careful
story.
driving.
Yep, you too.
Thank you.
Hi, Mike. Quickie. doesn't happen to be on, does she?
Who?
Sonia? His girlfriend in Canada?
Oh, no.
He really does have a girlfriend in Canada. Okay.
Everybody likes Vern.
I think I am off. Okay.
For some reason, it's not coming up for me.
No, he won't. I got it. I'm not. Pull your eyes to tell. I can tell.
Da, 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 da. Like I said, Facebook has been wonky for me today.
Most of the bigger products didn't eat much.
Let's see if I could go search YouTube. And it's Laura. Okay. Let's go to YouTube. And geez, this is a really ugly guy. Oh, that's me. Sorry. Hello, Nyota. Home. Search. Hello, Blue Hearn.
I disagree with that. You know how that happened. United Airlines. Yeah. So it's like fine, but I'm still double mixing. Yeah. So yeah, I'm aware of that. Is that in another grade? Yeah, mine will get here. Everything will be over. I'm still gonna wear them. Take care. Bill, good to see you.
Good to see you. I'll be getting out of here
And
soon
your guy, I
myself.
don't know where.
Yeah. Oh.
Is it next Monday already?
Yep.
What happened?
I decided I better use the little box before I head home.
I know that routine.
Thank you, everybody. I'm trying to bring this up in YouTube, but it's just not letting me do this. Alright, I'm going to have to put the glasses on. But anyway, if you see this picture, this is Magic when Magic was very, very little. As you can see, Magic doesn't have the same eyes. I'm trying to bring up the video, but it's like I said, I've had so many problems today.
Well, you know, if I was going straight home, it wouldn't be half there. Because I have to stop and pick us up.
Let's try this.
Drive-through lines are ridiculous.
I've seen them and I was like, there's no way. As much as I enjoy some of that food, there's no way I'm going to.
I always pick up food on Monday.
Oh, that's fun.
Hey, Billy.
That was like
Hello.
a night pizza.
Yeah.
We always get a pizza before I go home from work.
Yeah.
All right, lady.
All right, I'll see you. Bye-bye.
You know, I type in a phrase and then, God, oh, I hate this.
Oh, that's sad. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Marilyn. I'm just going to say goodbye real quick. Thanks for listening to me, guys. I'll see you in a couple hours. I'm going to be back about 7:30. Bye, Roz. Bill, take care with that arm.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you know what? I really hate their search thing because all they want you to do is click on this one that they gave us $1 million for to promote. Oh, you're welcome, Dasha.
Billy, do you know how much longer you'd be here? Approximately, like?
Maybe half an hour.
Okay, if I open that to the temp, before you leave, can you make sure nobody's in Patty's place with Bunny and something doing for her?
Say that one more time.
Patty's place?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, good boy. 'Cause she's not crazy about other cats, but it gets cold in here. Dad. Never mind, I'll bring him out and shut it. It gets cold in there when the door's shut.
Uh-huh.
It gets a little chilly. But he bugs her and have you seen her?
Who is it?
Ratty?
Who?
Bunratty. It's a castle in Ireland. She's not real good with other cats yet.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Oh yeah, come here. She's pretty. She's a black dog. But he won't leave her.
Oh, looks a little like Iota.
Yeah, although if you could really see black, then you're able to remember.
Okay. And what did she get here? Oh, all right.
She's the one, I don't know if you remember somebody, time we went on vacation, we had a cat sitter. So the first night the cat sitter did all the house and the cat on the sitter. We go to the bed and cat comes in, so every time the cat sitter goes, cat comes in and eats, she feeds it to the cat. We get back from vacation, I'm like, what's wrong, cat? She was coming in and getting fed.
No, that's a smart cat, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you have to leave. So I'll just shut it and open it when
What is the name of the kitty in the Pokemon bed? Is that a Pokemon bed? I don't know. That would be Coralie. Thanks. I'm going to stay here probably till 5. So, oh, you're welcome, Kingfish. Gallant is in the cabana. You know, I had a copy of this at one time. No, maybe not the 100 Stories.
Hi, water girl. Hi, baby. I know. We'll play tonight, okay?
Oh, you're welcome, Dutchie. Thank you for joining. have a... How did I get involved? Well, first of all, got to show you this picture. Megan just sent this. That's Coralie. And that next to Coralie is Magic.
Take care, Bill.
See you later.
See you guys later tonight.
So I got involved with FFRC because of that big galoot Gallant. You know, where I was watching the camera. It was around the first cat stock. You just got an email from Gallant, really? Okay, that's fine. So, hello, Susie. I hope Gallant didn't ask you for money. That's just, you know. So anyway, I got involved with FFRC because, you know, mainly, you know, I was watching, but then, you know, when Jackie told the story of a really burned cat, it just, I tuned in every day and watching that cat, and then she posted that picture of Gallant, and I was hooked. I was absolutely hooked. You know, and I stayed for everybody else. Magic, well, the Rate Show at the time, Walter, so. That was Baby Magic, yeah? But then, you know, when we decided to adopt Gallant, you know, we decided that we were going to come to the cat stock and help out, and I was going to take Gallant home. So that's basically worked out pretty well. Thank you, Noah. I appreciate that. That worked out, and you know, I was doing I was one of the mods on the chat for a little bit. You know, and I would come to FFRC from Virginia twice a year, and when I was laid off of my job in 2019, you know, with my wife, you know, she lost her leg, and we knew so many people from FFRC here in Defiance that we decided we were going to move here. I mean, yeah, the rescue center's here, but the main part is because we just made so many friends here, and and they could help with some of my wife's needs. So that's why we ended up moving here. Unfortunately, you know, Bonnie passed away 8 months after we moved here. So, but that's really the story of how we moved here and how we got involved with FFRC. And, you know, it's been wonderful.